coming.
So, you've gone and done it. You've decided to get ferrets. I hope your toes are ready for this. And hopefully you're bringing home more than one, because, trust me, your life will be a lot easier if you do. We'll circle back on that in a minute. Whether you're collecting 1, 2, 3, or you've completely lost the plot and are turning your living room into a ferret hostel, this guide will walk you through what you'll need, what to prepare, and what to expect when you first release these little chaos gremlins into your home.
No!
If you think you know what you're letting yourself in for, you don't. But don't panic, I've got you covered. This is your starter pack for surviving day 1 of what, if you get it right, will be a magical journey.
Zorro!
If a slightly bitey and poop-scented one.
Why are you asleep in the poo tray?
To make it even easier, I've put together a free PDF checklist linked in the description, so you can stop scribbling notes and just enjoy the video. Because today isn't just about practical preparations.
Hello.
It's about building the excitement of welcoming your new carpet sharks into your family. Let's go. I hinted earlier that getting 2 ferrets makes life easier than getting 1. Here's why. Ferrets are biologically wired to live in pairs or groups. They're not just social, they're bonded. The video linked here will give you more details if you're interested. But if you're picking up a solo ferret, chances are you're taking them away from their bonded partner, plonking them into a strange new environment and instantly doubling their stress levels. Yes, it is possible to make a solo ferret happy, but it will take longer, require more from you, and frankly, you'll miss out on the joy and chaos of ferrets wrestling, chasing, and plotting joint escape missions.
You are both very naughty.
So for the rest of this guide, I'm going to assume you're bringing home at least 2. If you are going solo, the principles are the same, just add patience and a little more empathy for the extra stress.
Are you okay?
Alright, let's start with the basic hardware, the Ferret Starter Kit. Even if you're planning to free roam, you will need a cage. Think of it as their bedroom, somewhere safe to put them if tradespeople are in, or when Auntie Jean comes to visit and declares she's not having those weasels sniffing around her ankles. I also recommend locking them up overnight. Ferrets can and will sleep for 18 hours a day. Once they're fed and tucked in, they'll barely notice. Plus, you can make sure they've done their morning business before letting them loose again. Ideally, go for a 2-story setup like this Ferret Nation cage. Rodent cages won't cut it. Ferrets need space to stretch their noodly bodies. Cover the ramps so they don't slip or catch a leg in the rungs, but don't bother with fleece covers for every platform. Your washing machine will be busy enough. Bathroom mats work great, and puppy pads in food and poop zones are much easier. If your cage has a bottom storage shelf like this one, make sure you cover it to stop the ferrets dashing over it and injuring their legs. I kept the cardboard packaging this cage was shipped with to do the job. And if you have a climber,
What are you doing up there?
be ready to fashion an anti-climb barrier out of something like cardboard and zip ties. Ferrets are vandals with whiskers, so any bowl that isn't heavy enough is going to get flipped. Choose heavy ceramic bowls for food and water. If they've only ever used bottles for water, expect some initial chaos. Digging, splashing and toe bean soup puddles.
We've got a paddler.
They usually grow out of it in a couple of days. Until then, bathroom mats are your best friends. For cage enrichment, day 1 isn't about showering them with toys. They'll be overstimulated already.
Is it nice?
Start simple. Hang 2 to 3 hammocks for clambering and lounging. A hanging cube or pouch for sleeping. For bedding, fleece blankets, cotton sheets or snuggle sacks. Natural options like shredded unscented paper or hemp are fine too, but avoid wood shavings, hay and straw. If you're going with fabric, avoid anything looped like a towel that can catch in their claws. Wash weekly to keep odours down. One secret weapon for day 1, a hideaway den where they can decompress. A shoebox with a hole cut in it works perfectly. Bonus points if you can add some bedding from their old home. And as an extra, a piece of astroturf for their food area is great for grooming and might discourage pooping where they eat. If you're planning an outdoor enclosure, make sure it's secure, shaded, and never too hot. In winter, you'll need a way to stop their water bowl freezing too. This is the big one.
No!
Ferret-proofing is basically an extreme sport, and your ferrets will constantly make a mockery of your attempts. Start small, block off all but one room until you can assess their skills. Every ferret is different. Cardboard taped across the doorway works well. 50 centimetres should be tall enough to stop most jumpers, but easy for humans to step over. Use the 2-finger rule for holes. If 2 adult fingers fit through a gap, a small ferret probably can too. Check around radiators, plumbing, skirting boards, and especially kitchens and bathrooms. Cabinet bases often have sneaky gaps, and you really don't want your ferret disappearing into the wall cavity. Ferrets are also Olympic level climbers. Curtains, baskets, even chimneys if you've got one, nothing is safe. Cables, mine haven't chewed them, but every ferret's a wild card. Watch closely and adapt. Remember, ferrets will steal your food and drink if they get the chance too. Unlike cats and dogs, the wrong snack can seriously harm them. You'll also want puppy pads or litter trays in the corners. Ferrets like to back straight into corners to pee and poop. They need a short kind of runway, I suppose, so you can, to an extent, predict the poop zones. For day one, just cover every likely corner and adjust once they choose a spot. Once they start running around, they will get thirsty. If water's only available in the cage, they might not drink enough because they're too busy having fun.
She is mad at you now!
So add heavy water bowls or a drinking fountain in the play area. You might even discover you have a snorkeler, like Wriggles. Fairly common and very cute. Outside the cage, the rule is simple. A busy ferret is a safer ferret. Tunnels, balls, plushies and wand toys are a great start. Cardboard box forts are cheap, cheerful, and double up as safe hiding spots on day one. Don't overdo toys to begin with. Every ferret has quirks. Wriggles lives for balls and loves to dig. Scruffles loves to leap and chase and is obsessed with stashing plushies. And me.
I can't go in the bedroom, Scruffle.
Zorro? He goes crazy in the ball pit, but a sheet of bubble wrap is his personal heaven. Your ferrets will quickly reveal their own weird little favourites, and you can supply them. If you want more inspiration, I've got a whole video packed with 50 ideas to keep your ferrets entertained, linked here. And one final bit of kit I recommend is a puppy playpen, for those moments when you need to keep your noodles out of trouble in a hurry. So, your home is ready, you have a vet lined up, and have stocked up on the food they're used to eating. You might want to change their diet later, especially if you're getting them from a pet shop like Marshall's, as their kibble is not great for ferrets long term.
Alright, don't fight!
But you can do this after they've settled in. For now, it's best to keep things as familiar as possible, kind to the mind, but also kinder to their tummies, and no one wants a case of the raging squits on day one. With breathless anticipation, you arrive at collection day.
Ferrets!
Here's what to pack for the journey. A plastic cat carrier with a hammock. Line the bottom with a puppy pad because on longer journeys, passenger accidents are inevitable. A soft blanket or fleece they can hide under. Shade for the car if it's sunny. A water bottle for the trip. A tub to collect some of their current food. And before you set off, make sure your aircon is working if you live somewhere hot, as ferrets can overheat in as little as 10 minutes. Ferrets are guided by their noses, so scent is everything.
I'm kinda happy.
Along with their food, ask for a bit of bedding that they've been using. The stinkier, the better. It'll carry the smell of home and make the transition easier. Pro tip, if you're organised, drop off a couple of your own blankets a week or so before collection. Let them soak up the scent of the ferret's old home, then bring them back with you. That way, when you tuck them up into their new cage, they've already got a familiar smell to cuddle into. Congratulations! You've officially acquired Chaos in Furry Coats. Welcome to the finding out stage of ferret ownership. When you first get them home, pop them in the cage with food and water, speak softly, and then give them space. If you've got excitable kids or curious pets, now is not the time for introductions. If they're young and just separated from their litter for the first time, expect nerves. That could mean hiding, freezing, or going full gremlin with bitey panic mode. Scruffles, for example, arrived as bitey as a little land piranha. Day one is not the time to start training that out. Just keep your hands out of harm's way, and remember, ferrets can scale clothing faster than Spider-Man, so stay alert if they launch an attack on your nose.
Don't bite my nose!
Keep things quiet. Let them set the pace. Gentle toys and soft encouragement work, but don't smother them. If you do need to pick up a spicy noodle, here's a trick I learned from a seasoned ferret handler. Waggle the fingers of one hand in front of their face to distract them, then swoop in from behind with your other hand. Support behind the front legs with your thumb and middle finger, and lay your forefinger across their shoulder like a seatbelt. This stops them twisting round to nip you. Always support their bum with your other hand when picking them up. And whatever you do, don't grab them around the tummy. They may look like floppy snoods, but ferrets have delicate insides, and holding them around the middle could hurt them. If you've done your research, you already know that ferrets are tiny poop factories. And on day one, when they're nervous and upset from the move, they could have upset tummies, especially if you haven't got any of the food their stomachs are used to. The other thing you'll notice is they like to back into corners with their tail raised like a flag. Boys will tend to raise their behinds higher than girls because of where their pee comes from. Combining a runny tummy with the trajectory from a high corner of their cage will have dramatic results. And yes, I'm speaking from experience, which is why I invented this way of laying the puppy pads when I first got Luffy and Zorro. They also like to wipe their little tushies once they've had a poop, so putting a soft washable mat close to the tray will hopefully save your carpet from skid marks. Before you leave to spend the first day with your ferrets, I have one more suggestion that is by no means essential, but it's become a central part of my ferrets' playtime. Get yourself a cat tower. They'll climb it, chase each other around it, and almost certainly declare it as their official loot stash, which, let's face it, is a lot more convenient than crawling under the sofa to recover your stolen watch. So go forth, fledgling ferret moms and pops, secure in the knowledge you're ready for the fantastic journey ahead. I have a feeling you're going to ace it. Don't forget to download the checklist linked in the description to keep track of your progress. Let me know how you get on in comments, and join us in our YouTube community hub to post pictures and share your stories. Instructions are in the description. If you're ready for the next instalment of my beginner's guide to caring for pet ferrets, the next episode, Surviving Week 1, is linked here. See you next time, Floof Crew.